In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hello, my friends. This is Pinky.
And this is Priyanka.
And
we're here to call out all things PakeAsPuck. I didn't have my mom bun done, you know?
Oh, it's not even a messy bun.
It always falls out.
Jeez. Mine doesn't. It's held together pretty strongly.
It does what it needs to do. Stay out of my face.
Anywho.
Yeah. How was your week?
Girl, I think I'm going to let you have roommate number 4. He is going home with you because Nacho has...
Oh, I was going to say, I'm like, let me think. Which one was that? I have to count. You have so many.
So many!
It's like a halfway house up in here.
Like, you don't know, but this week alone, I was talking to my forever PP, and I was like, you know, at the end of the night when we decompress, I was like, what did I do today?
Oh,
like,
I know.
He's like, what do you mean? I was at home. What did you do? I don't know. And I was like, I feel like I just woke up 2 hours ago. Like, the whole day went by so fast. And my day in corporate never went by as fast as that did. And it was all because of the 3 geriatrics we have. New roommate number 4, 5, and 6. They keep alternating between the 3. And I'm just like, I'm going to bundle you guys up together and put you on the corner. And someone's going to come and take you because I can't do this anymore.
That's rough.
It is rough, but we're getting over it. We're getting over it. Yeah. Yeah.
So let's go into the next segment.
Yeah, let's do this.
What grinds your gungies?
Okay, so what grinds my gungies this week is the fact that I have noticed that we have to use more words to be able to say what we used to be able to say using one word before.
That's why I cuss a lot.
Right. So, prime example, our parents, our moms, right? If we decided to sit and read a book or sit and watch TV or do something else, their immediate answer is, Pinko, why are you being so lazy? I need help in the kitchen. Lazy. The word lazy.
That's so triggering for me right now.
I know. And here's the thing, and in talking to you about it and just trying to make sure that I am not one of the reasons why my roommates end up in therapy. Like, I just want to be like, okay, it's not because I did anything wrong. I know if they're gonna end up in therapy, they're gonna end up in therapy. Right, wrong, or indifferent. I'm doing the best that I can.
You also cannot control what you did to them like
I
that.
know, but
like...
I'm being hyper aware, and I know that.
Okay.
And so, but going on this example of the word lazy, right? Our parents said it to us all the time, and now, like, some of us are either we're always jam-packed with activities because we don't want to be lazy, or on the flip side, some of us are like, I'm not doing shit.
And that's okay.
And that's okay too.
Yeah.
And then so now, instead of saying, why are you being so lazy?
Why are you being so lazy?
Lazy. 6 words.
Okay.
So instead of saying that, I have to say, why are you choosing to use your time in a different manner than what I need help with right now? That's 20 words versus 6 words. Like,
you're right.
That's insane. And all because of the fact that we, like, these alphanauts, Gen Alpha, they are so sensitive about certain things.
Have they called you out on anything? Like, have you used the words?
No, because I've been so, like I said, I've been hyper aware. Like, in my brain, I'm like, and sometimes I'll say it, I'd be like, why are you being so lazy right now? Just put your dish in the dishwasher. Then
is that what you're thinking? Inside thought?
I'm like, why are you being lazy right now? Just put your dish in the dishwasher, then you don't have to do it later. Instead of saying that, I now add do the math, 6 minus 20, 14 words, and that was quick math for me. I don't do quick math on the weekends. So now what I said to him instead was, I know you're in a rush, however, I would like your help in putting the dish in the dishwasher because you ate off of that. Like, I'm over-explaining.
Right.
And I'm hoping that for him, it doesn't turn into, my mom talks a lot, and I wish she would stop. Because that's the flip side. But the fact that we have to use so many words to say one thing is very, very, like, it's not foreign to me. Like, I wish that my mom had that vocabulary instead of just using the words that she thought would get a rise out of me and light a fire under my ass and all that stuff. But I just feel like, and if you don't say those words in that way, it's automatic. Like they pick up on what you didn't say, so you think I'm not good at stuff, like how our parents used to do.
Right.
And that's why I call
Like,
like,
let's go back to the word lazy, right?
Yeah.
Like that one word, lazy, also has such a negative connotation to it, right? Like you're
Right.
choosing to insult or hurt the action that I'm doing instead of just thinking, I see that you're watching TV right now. Can I have you do this? Right? Like you could switch it up,
Right.
but it's like you're watching TV, so you're lazy
Exactly.
instead of doing the dishes.
Right. And for me, because my mom did that, not on purpose, it doesn't matter at this point, but because she did that, when I notice, like, when roommate number 3 is on the computer watching videos, right, and he knows, like, if I call his name, the volume better not be so high that he can't hear me, because the more I have to call his name for stuff, like, it's gonna get higher and higher.
Yeah.
And it's not like I didn't start out of the gate screeching. Okay, we progressed to this level. Now, if you didn't pay attention until the screech came, that's on you, bro. I don't care that you're 11. Okay, like you trying to kill your eardrums, like what the, you know? And so I'll be like, I know you're busy. When the video ends, I need you to do this. And then
so that's what it's turning into, right?
Yeah.
Not lazy, but I see that you're busy.
Right.
Oh God.
Like it's turning into like me compromising more, because like I can't get these things done as fast as I want, just like how our moms did, right? Like,
but we have to train our brain to communicate that way. We're
I
not
know.
used to it. We haven't been trained to speak that way. We definitely were not spoken to
right.
that way. So constantly hearing our mothers in our head and then reconstructing that sentence, it takes a lot of energy.
Right. Because we want to make sure that, and for us, it was a lot of like, they said it and we had to do it because we had to make sure that we were constantly
Compliant
and making sure that everybody is okay and everybody is happy, which brings us to our hot take of this week. So this week's hot take is the fact that I don't know if it's just us individually or we as a culture or we as a group of people, South Asian people, but we have gotten into this horrible habit of constantly wanting to please everybody on everything. Like we hardly ever fight for anything, and I don't know if that's a girl versus boy thing in our culture, because girls are raised to compromise a lot more. We're raised to let go of our desires for the good of the family, and it's like, bitch, I deserve to be happy too.
I think to some degree it's a universal thing. It might be more of like a firstborn thing, because I know like my husband's cousin, me and him tend to see eye to eye about a lot of things, and I know that he also has very similar heartache.
So he's a firstborn too.
He's a firstborn,
Okay.
and there's certain things where I'm just like, I get it, man, I get it, because we're constantly just devoting ourselves to making everybody else around us happy. We'll let go of things that we don't want to. I mean, just something as simple as wedding planning.
Yeah.
You know, like you want it a certain way, but your wishes, your vision, your desires kind of come secondary
I know.
to making it happen for everybody else. And we've just been conditioned that way, and we're starting to see it.
Yeah.
And I think we're starting to break away from it. I'm always calling you out. I'm like, stop apologizing.
I know.
Stop. She always is sorry.
I do.
She's so sorry about everything. She feels bad about the littlest things, and then she'll apologize.
But well, that's twofold.
Okay.
That's like I got double whammied in life, and I think you did too. Because if you grew up in a South Asian household, female or firstborn, I've just seen it more with females than firstborns.
Fault number one.
Bing! And then the second thing is when you work in corporate, you have to apologize for the dumbest shit, that things that you didn't even have a hand in, and it's just like, wait a minute, why am I?
Well, why didn't you think of that?
Well, did you think of that? You fucking idiot! You're the director. You should be thinking about this and other shit. So between those,
You become the scapegoat.
We become the scapegoat, and so that we learn, if we please everybody outside of ourselves, if we do everything for everybody else, people please and make sure everybody's okay, then no blame can be put on me, right? But what does that lead to? That leads to overexhaustion, which ends up being burnout. Because if you, like right now, we are a household of 6. And if you include Nacho, that's 7. We have 7 living, breathing things in this household.
Things.
We have things that are breathing that have to be fed at certain times.
Yeah.
Otherwise, they get hangry, and Snickers won't do it. You know, like all of these things. And if I'm not keeping all the balls in the air at the same time, so nobody, if like I can't let anything fall. And in order to do that, I got to be like, okay, well, he doesn't like this, so I got to make this for him. He doesn't like this, so I got to make. And I'm like, first of all, I'm not a restaurant.
That's not sustainable.
But just something that small.
Right.
Which is an everyday task. Yeah. Everybody needs to eat every day. But even with that, we have to make sure that we are pleasing all the people that are in our family. And my thing is, it's not that I don't like doing it. I obviously enjoy doing it if I'm doing it, even if it's not my number one task. Right? Like, you were looking at my menu things upstairs, right?
Oh, I love that.
Right. And, like, I used to cook a lot before, but I got discouraged because every time I would cook something, it either wasn't being eaten or it wasn't good enough or whatever the situation was. So once you get discouraged, like, and I'm putting all this effort into doing this.
Yeah.
Like, no matter what you cook, outside of peanut butter and jelly, it's time consuming. You have to plan it. You have to make sure you have the ingredients and all that. And then to have people that live in your household, your roommates, either not like it, and if you don't like it because it wasn't cooked properly, that's a me thing, right? That means, okay, give me feedback. What can I improve on?
Yeah.
But let's be constructive criticism, not just I don't like it.
Yeah.
Then go eat dirt. I don't know what to tell you. Like, God made dirt and dirt don't hurt, so go eat it. Like, it'll help with your fiber.
It took me a really long time, and I still don't think I'm over it. Your kids are older, but mine go like, bleh! And I'm like, okay, I'm not giving you shit. Like, stop it.
No, roommate number 3 does that, but like, he same way. Like, you know, I don't want this. It's too spicy. It's too this. It's too that. And I get frustrated because I'm like, I'm not a restaurant. And my thing is, of course, I'm doing these things for the people, the breathing things living in my house, right? The entities living here. But what are they doing for me?
Right.
I'm
It's
also
not
living
reciprocated.
here. It's not reciprocated.
Yeah.
And I'm at the point now, and I realized as soon as I hit 40, that's when my mentality changed. I was like, this is not right that I'm trying to handle all of this and I'm getting burned out and I'm not fighting for what makes me happy. So when this comedy thing started, I was like, no, this is how much I'm willing to compromise. Now you have to meet me halfway.
Yes.
I came from this side and I came here. Now you come from this side and meet me here.
It really helped you find your voice.
It did. And I'm just like, no,
Yeah.
this is, I'm not asking you to do everything.
Yeah.
Just like you should not ask me to do everything. And we shouldn't be doing stuff just to keep the peace or to people please. Like, if you really feel passionate about something, speak up. Like, I tell roommate number 6 all the time, my mother-in-law. I'm like, here's the choices that we have for leftover. What do you want to eat? She's like, oh, well, if you want to eat this and he wants to eat this, then I'll eat this. And I'm like, I didn't ask you that question. That was not the question. The question was, what do you want to eat? A, B, or C?
Yeah.
Don't be like, well, if so-and-so wants to eat A and so-and-so wants to eat B, then I'll eat C. Like, no, what is your first desire?
Yeah, like, what do you want? Now,
Yeah. And
what's left over?
Well, not even, that's when I realized, when I first asked her, I was like, and I realized this, and I wanted to ask her, but whenever I, like, call out my mother-in-law on certain things, good, bad, or indifferent, she gets that deer in headlights because she doesn't know what to say because someone's actually asking for her opinion on something. Because she grew up in a household full of boys.
She's not used to it.
She's not used to it. And so I noticed when I first asked her, Mom, what do you want to eat? A, B, or C? And she's long-winded answer. I was like, that's not what I asked you, right? And I was like, what do you want to do? Don't worry about everybody else. There's no babies here. We're not hurting for food. I get it. When you were living in the village in India, you had to sacrifice because you had to please everybody in your house. And that meant if you didn't have enough food, guess who doesn't eat? Mom. So you had to people please. We're not in that situation.
Yeah.
So if you say you want Taco Bell, I'll ask the rest of the family if they want Taco Bell. We'll go fucking get Taco Bell. That's what we'll do. But you have a say in this. And so I've been, for the past 2 years,
I've been trying to empower her to speak up a little bit, yeah.
Like, I'm telling her, I'm like, if I need to know when you have a pain right away, not, oh no, I got to make everybody happy so nobody worries about me. And then now we're rushing to the ER when I'm not here.
They think their inconveniences, what it would inconvenience them, will inconvenience you. And I had a similar conversation with my mom about this recently. She really wanted to get the spin brush. You know,
I love that. Oh, the cedar one?
the thing that's like, no, the electric one that people have been using for their bathrooms and baseboards and stuff.
Oh,
it's all over
the
TikTok.
spin brush.
Yes.
The brush,
So she was telling, she's like, I'm getting older. I want something, blah, blah, blah. So I told her, I'm just like, well, this thing seems to be well reviewed. I can order it for you if you want.
I have the handheld one.
Yeah, so I ordered it for her. Now, when she agreed to making the purchase, I said, okay, I'll order it. Mm-hmm. So I went ahead and ordered it, I think like the day after.
Right.
And then the next day she asked, she's like, oh, did you order it? Which I had. But that should have triggered me that now she's backpedaling.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Then 2 days later when it came in, she was like, oh, is that it? And I'm like, yeah. And she's like, well, I was thinking, I don't want to spend the money right now. But I don't want you to have to go back and return it. I'm like, Ma, it doesn't bother me, but I need you, think about it.
Yeah.
If you want it, it's okay to keep it. And if you don't want to spend it, I have no problem returning it. Because it would be annoying for you to go back to return it, doesn't mean that it's going to be annoying for me. I make it work and I get it. I have no problem getting it. And I had to say this like a couple of times. She's done it about other things too previously. But yeah, they kind of project their inconveniences onto you, or maybe back in the day they got scolded for being inconvenienced.
I think they did get scolded.
Or for being the inconvenience, which is such a shitty feeling.
For causing the inconvenience.
God, that's so heavy to live through, right?
And that's why in teaching her that she's allowed, she doesn't have to just please the majority. Mm-hmm. I'm learning that slowly myself.
Good.
But I'm fighting for things that matter. Yeah. You know, and I'm picking my battles. I'm making, prime example, when we were hashing out certain things, on what to do, you were designing the logo. Mm-hmm. And, we're in a group chat of 3. And I was like, okay, well, you guys are okay with it. I'm not. To me, it was I like this either way. I like how it's going. Mm-hmm. I felt like if I was going to if I felt really strongly, I would have said something. Mm-hmm. And so then I put never mind, because it was let me wake up first before I formulate.
You said, wait, hold on, and then you backpedaled and said never mind. But it was already in the text.
I know. and I didn't want to delete it because that's even more sus. So
no. But I also know you. I'm just just say it.
I know.
Just say it. It's not going to hurt any of our feelings.
Right, but even something that's small, even that, to me, it wasn't I should just say it because this is how I want it. I'm trying to find that balance, because there are some people...
You're more just, I think, being respectful of everyone's time. It's no, she worked on it. It's not that bad.
Right.
But
there are some people who don't.
I know.
Right? There are other people, we've met them, who what they want to do is exactly what we're going to do. Yeah. And what there's no people pleasing for them at all, because they're the boss lady and they want to just do whatever the fuck they want to do. And you're just no, we all, as a society... As a whole, as a group, we all need to compromise. Whether that group is the people living in your household, or the people that you work with, or the people that you socialize with outside of your, whatever. But it's collectively, we all have to compromise, right? If you go out with a group of 6 friends, and one of them is really uncomfortable about something, maybe they should feel comfortable enough to speak up and say, hey, I really don't want to do that. But if they don't speak up, that means you haven't given them a safe space to voice that concern.
That is key.
You need that safe space, and we all need that. And I learned recently that sometimes, even if your group chat is called safe space, it's not really a safe space. Because,
you're still questioning what you're saying.
Right.
You're adding more words.
Right.
To sensitize.
Right, if you sent me something... and we were just shooting the shit in a text between me and you, or between a couple of my friends, I know I can be yo, bitch, stop being lazy and just do it. But your feelings won't get hurt.
No, I don't take it the wrong way.
Because you know me.
My mother sensitized me to that a long time ago.
But what I'm saying is you know me, right? And so, but we've created a safe space where we can be serious.
We can be candid, yeah.
You can call me whenever you're stressing out about something that happened with your mom or whatever. I've called you because I've been just so irrational, not irrational.
And you can say whatever you want in whatever context you want. I'm never going to judge, but you know that.
Right.
I can say all the words that are not politically correct.
I know.
And
I know that doesn't make you a bad person.
No, but you're just venting.
The fact that now, in order to please everybody, which is impossible, but in order to please people, especially on social media, you have to make sure you're saying what you want to say and everything else, because then the alpha nuts, the Zoomers, the Gen Zers, and the alpha, they'll be like, yeah, but what about this? It's like, bitch, we weren't talking about that. Like, even as something as simple as a restocking video. Something as simple as a restocking video. Oh you have to please everybody.
Yo, those are so funny.
But here's the thing, like, people know what I'm doing. If you know, you know. I'm not going to go into it. But I love reading the comments. Why do I love reading the comments? Because people will call, yeah, but what about the nail tapping? Yeah, but what about this? Yeah, but what about this? And I want to be like,
you can't even do that, right? Get out of here.
Like, what? You're just looking to be upset about something, and I can't help you with that.
Yes.
And so
there are always people like that. There's just no pleasing them.
There's no pleasing them.
And you can't exhaust yourself trying to
exactly and
figure it out.
I don't like this whole thing of, well, you know, even if you make a silly statement of, you know, boys are so gross, they're so smelly. Yeah, but no. Oh. No. Perfect example. I have a good example. Okay. So there was this video. This teenager, senior, probably, senior, freshman in college, one of those two, makes a video telling his audience about what it's like to live with his mom who has severe OCD.
Okay.
Right? Now, this is the boy, the child, explaining his point of view on when, you know, this is what it's like to live with somebody where you can't just take your shoes off because you have to run to the bathroom because you have diarrhea. You have to take your shoes off, put them in the cabinet properly and in your spot before you even go to the bathroom to diarrhea. Now, if we've all had diarrhea, there's no shoes coming off. You're just jetting to the toilet. As soon as you grab your ass and run. Not even, because as soon as you get home, your fucking ass connects Bluetoothly to your toilet. And it is about to be go time. Stop it. Stop. You know that happens when you have
the butthole Bluetooth. Stop it.
You know that's what happens.
No, but that's so good.
So he's explaining these things, like how simple tasks that we take granted for, he has to put so much thought into it because of his OCD mom.
Yeah.
And he's going into it, and I took the time to watch the whole video, and I wrote, oh my God, I'm so sorry, this must be really difficult for you. Because I was feeling for him.
Yeah.
For dealing with a parent that has
specific... You got shit on for that?
Yes. So many people replied to my comment on his video. They're like, yeah, but think about his mom. Yeah, but his mom, like, I'm like, first of all, this video is about him.
It's his point of view.
It's his point of view. But the amount of, yeah, but what about his mom? I was like, fuck you and your mom. Like, get the fuck out of here. Like, I was so mad. Like, you get it? Because I didn't say, oh my God, it's probably so difficult for you and your mom. I hope your mom gets the help that you need. Do you know how many characters you're allowed in a comment? You're only allowed a certain amount of characters.
It doesn't matter. This boy posted that video. It was his point of view. You were trying to understand his perspective.
Which I did.
And people have that much time that they're going to shit on you for that. That's so dumb.
That's what I'm saying.
It's
like,
dumb.
We've created a society where you can't, like, first of all, everybody's online. And anything online is just a snippet in time.
Yeah.
It is not, you don't get to know these people, even if you have a parasocial relationship with somebody. You don't know who they are. Like, I record videos in my vagina cave. You don't know if I got 10 dead bodies behind me. Because I'm not showing you my whole entire house. There's nothing back there. Stop looking. And so, mind your business. Mind your business. But we don't know who these people are.
Yeah.
Like, we want to believe that these people are being their genuine, authentic self online. But then we have to take what they're saying for face value.
Yeah.
And so this kid is talking about his mom and how difficult it is for him. And so I'm sympathizing with this kid only to get shit. Yeah, but what about his mom? Think about how hard it is for her. It's like, bitch, if she makes a video saying how hard OCD is, I will go to her video and comment, I'm so sorry, girl, that you're going through this. Like, just because I didn't say it, that doesn't mean I don't care about her. Like, it's that whole, well, you didn't say this, so you must think that, you know, that.
That's just drawing conclusions, though, that you guys are crazy if you think that.
But this is how they're
just making they're making up a narrative. That's awful.
It's awful. It's horrible. Have you run into that?
No, but I'm also very selective. I haven't experienced the trolls.
Yeah.
I don't think so.
No, but like when you have consultations and you guys are talking about, you know, like the different looks and stuff, like if you mention something, is somebody else like, Yeah, but did you think about this, and this as well?
So sometimes I'll get I'll get clients that how can I word this? See, this is me overthinking.
Just say it.
But like I'll get clients that know makeup really well.
Oh.
Or like, you know, like they've they've been makeup wearers for a long period of time, so they know all the products and they know the steps, and they're like, well, aren't you supposed to do this? This happens. Like, isn't this my undertone? Like, shouldn't I be doing this? Now, I respect that you know that.
But they also hired an expert to do the fucking job.
Right. So I'm not offended when somebody says, like, well, this is kind of my undertone. This is what I prefer. Like, if you are versed in the terminology, please share that. I don't take offense to that. But it is a bit insulting.
It is.
If you hired somebody to do your makeup, do your hair, and then you just sit there and watch in a mirror the entire time. I really get inside my head then. I'm like forgetting my steps.
Yeah.
I'm trying so hard to make sure that I get it right for this person. But in retrospect, when I look back at the photos, I'm kind of like, why did I do that? I need to be able to just speak and be like, no mirrors. Just let me do my job, and then we can adjust afterwards.
Maybe that's part of your contract.
I don't have the guts to say it just yet, but I have to stop doing that.
Yeah.
And I've had quite a few clients where they're just like, well, I usually like it this way. And I just want to say...
Well, then you do it.
I do want to say that, but I'm like,
can't.
Okay, I try to put myself in their shoes. Like, if I had somebody doing my makeup, I know my face. I know the way that I usually like it on myself. Like, okay, I get that. But that part can get a little tough in thinking of the right words, right? Like, I have to use a lot more words.
A lot more words.
A lot more.
It's so much.
To be politically correct.
Do you have all the words? You're not a reader. You have all the words? I wasn't calling you out. I was just saying, is it hard?
I don't read a lot of books.
No, I'm just saying.
Okay, she was laughing at me because when I start reading, I get nauseous. I don't know what it is.
It's because she's not reading literature.
I don't. Oh God,
if you're reading literature, you're not getting nauseous.
I can't like dive into books, and I want to be that person. But I get nauseous, and I put it down, and I move on with my day. I'd rather watch New Girl.
Well, New Girl
is so good. It's so good. But you know what? Like, I just switch it up, and I find like busy other tasks to do. I'm like, I'm spending my day wisely. It's okay. And I move on. Anyways, so thank you for listening. We hope this
say it.
I can't say it.
It's okay.
We hope this episode helped you see other things that may be PakeAsPuck. You can leave your questions, comments down below. And again, please don't forget to follow. We'll see you on the next one.
Okay, bye.